If you're looking for a very glamorous look for Valentine's Day date night, you're in the right place. I'm gonna walk you step by step on how I achieved this glamorous look, as well as I'm gonna demonstrate and give you my thoughts on the new Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. My name is Vanessa and this is the VAMA Beauty channel.
How you got me treading on you now.
So for today's look, you guys actually picked out the palette that I'm going to be using and featuring, and that's the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. So I'm starting at the arch, rounding my wrist. I'm going to go down to the tip of the eyebrow, and this eyebrow is actually a little bit shorter than the next one, so I always extend that out. Then I work my way towards the front. The closer I get to the front, the more sparse I'm going to be. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is work on that little line at the base. I'm going to brush this up. I'm gonna use my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer in the color Light Medium. I'm gonna pick this up with a brush and blend this all over my eyelids, being very quick with it because it just sets really fast. This next step is kind of inspired by Huda Beauty. So I'm placing a tissue just at the fold. I want to get that crisp line right there at my bottom waterline and then just extend that out a little bit. I'm going to take my gel liner. I'm starting at the corner of my eye. I'm holding really tightly at the napkin, but I'm also going a little bit on top of that from the corner going up and then bringing it down towards the inner part of the eye. Now I'm going to take a smudge brush and I'm going to push that product towards the center. You can go up a little bit and then go down towards the center. And take the brush and push the liner towards the inner corner, towards the center. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to dip into Spicy. I'm basically going on top of the liner. Make sure to tap off the excess. It does have a little bit of a fallout. So I'm going to explain this part because something happened with the equipment and it stopped recording for a few minutes. So I'm so sorry about that. But what I did was with the fluffy brush, I first went into the color Hypnotic and I applied that on the very center part of my eyelids. And then I extended that a little bit farther out and farther higher. I did this on both sides, blending this back and forth, left to right, and took that a little bit higher out, a little bit out, and a little bit higher up as well. Next, using the same brush, I dipped into the color Rough, and this time we don't want to go as high. So what I did was I actually placed that on the center part, just going back and forth, and we're slowly building the color. This time I'm not going to take it all the way up. Okay, I'm just concentrating on this little area right here. And what I can tell you is that the matte shades are absolutely beautiful. They have minimal fallout and they're really pretty to work with. I'm gonna go back into the color Rough, and this time I'm gonna work on the outside corner right on top of that darker shade that we did earlier. I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, which is this one, and I'm going to use the color Naughty. So earlier I placed the eyeshadows a little bit higher up. This time I'm going to go a little bit lower, and I'm going to take the first blending brush and I'm very gently going to start blending that out. Okay, I'm doing this on the other side. I'm keeping that very concise to the lower part. I'm going to take the brush that I used earlier and I'm going to blend everything together. For today, I'm going to be using Tantric. I'm going to put that right on the center of my eyelids. I'm trying to not get the lash line, and I really don't want to go all the way into the inner corner. I'm going to take the color Rough with the smudge brush, and I'm just going into the inner corner with this. And I'm connecting that to my crease. Now I'm going to take my liquid liner, and this is Deeper by Tom Ford. So what we did earlier really serves as a good guide to finish your cat line. I'm gonna go at the base of this. See how easy that is now that you have that guide? You can make this as thick as you want, but I'm really feeling like doing something like this. It's a little bit more playful. It's not as fierce. It's not as serious as a bold cat line. We're gonna do a bold cat line in a future video. Next, I'm going to take Flower Power with a clean brush, and I'm gonna place that on the inner corner. Now I'm gonna be using my Wunder Beauty Volume and Curl Mascara. Now my eyes are ready for eyelashes, and I'm so excited to try these new lashes that I've been testing out. Let me know if you like them. Okay, so now we're ready to go into contour, and for today I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the color Almond. I'm also going to use the Juice Beauty foundation brush to work with this product. For this, I'm going to start at the very top part of my ear. I want to make sure that it starts over here going down towards the mouth. So I had a question from one of you guys, and I believe that was Anisha that had asked this question all the way from Bermuda. And she was asking, how do you make your contour look like a little bit more natural, not like drag queen contour? I mean, everything has its place, but when you're talking about everyday contour, you want to take your time with it. As you can see, I'm really just stamping, I'm pressing, I'm patting, I'm not dragging, I'm not making, I'm not taking the product and directly going on there. What we're really doing right now is bringing back the shadows that are naturally there anyway. But once you apply your foundation, it sort of minimizes all of that. It just makes your face be one-dimensional. But naturally we have shadows, we have different tones, and that's the entire beauty of it. So by contouring, you're really just bringing that back. I'm hoping to have another live session with you guys very soon, so make sure that you're following on Instagram as well as our page on Facebook. We had so much fun the last time, and your recreations were just absolutely beautiful. And that video itself has 10,000 views at the moment, so thanks to all of you guys for making that happen. Okay, I'm not gonna take it farther down. This is probably enough contour for me. I'm gonna take whatever was left on the brush, and I really just want the warmth of the contour. I want the shading, and it just keeps it more multi-dimensional. It adds more of that warmth effect to the face if you do this along the sides of the nose. And I'm not really contouring, it's just for the warmth of it. I'm gonna take my beauty blender, and I'm just going over on top of everything before I add my concealer. For concealer, I'm doing the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue in Light Medium. I'm concentrating that product on the inner parts, and whatever's left on the sponge, I'm just blending it out. Now, because this is a more glam look, I'm actually going to do a second concealer because I want it to be slightly lighter. So I'm going to use the All Nighter Concealer by Urban Decay in Light Neutral. This concealer is awesome, but it's also very mattifying. And what you want to do is work one area at a time. You don't want to let this sit on there because it will dry out. It won't blend as nicely as you would want it to. So it's an amazing concealer. The coverage on it is really, really good, but you also, like I said, want to make sure that you get that very quickly. Whatever's left on my sponge, I'm gonna put a little bit on the chin. And now I'm ready to set with my translucent powder. This one is by Tom Ford and it's Ivory Fawn translucent powder. And I get all my T-zone first. And whatever's left on the powder puff, I'm just gonna set everything very gently. Now I'm ready for bronzer and I'm using the Tom Ford Terra. We're gonna just go over on top of the areas that we applied the contour earlier. And I'm not brushing, I just want to keep it patting because I don't want to get any kind of texture on there. This way you get the most natural look. And you're not creating texture, you're not moving products around. Whatever is left on the brush this time, I'm going to kind of trace from behind the ear going towards the front. And for this look, I'm going to use Melba by MAC for my blush. And I'm using the same brush that I use for my bronzer. It gives you a much more natural finish. It just makes everything appear more blended and pretty. Before moving on to lips and the finishing of the eyes, I'm gonna spray my face right now with the Smashbox Photo Finish Water Primer. Primer water, sorry. Just being a little bit fancy. This is actually a gift that I got from a friend that went to Spain and she brought me this. It's such a beautiful fan. I love it. I've actually used it on a few photo shoots before. To set the mood for this, I want a juicy lip. I don't want it to be completely red. So I have an idea. Let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be using the Ace Beauty Lip Liner in So Gorgeous and the Gerard Cosmetics Lip Cream in Blooming Hibiscus. I found that Ace Beauty has really amazing formulation for their lip liners. They're extremely buttery, they're very smooth to apply on. But you want to be precise with your movement, with the placement of the product itself. I'm going to grab my powder puff, that way I get a little bit of support and I don't mess my foundation. I'm going to start at the top with the V and extend out. I'm going to do the line on the base of the lower lip and now I'm going to connect. Now I'm gonna fill on the corners just a little bit. Start at the center. I'm gonna do the top. Now I'm gonna work my way towards the outer corners. Go over with your lip liner one more time just to ensure that everything is looking the way that you want to. When you're dealing with brighter colors, especially red, you want to take your time and do this, especially using a liner. I'm gonna go back again and use the Ulta Beauty Gel Liner. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Hard and I'm gonna use that on top of my liner. Now just take my brows to the next level and really add that volume and that wispiness. I'm gonna take the Benefit Gimme Brow and just go over my brows. To finish my makeup, I'm gonna take a little bit of this Milk Makeup in the color Lit as my highlight. Look how pretty this brush is. This is by Smashbox and it's their Precise Highlighting Brush. Okay guys, before I reveal my final look, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and also hit that bell notification. That way you are notified whenever I do more fun videos. Alright, I will be right back. So this is my final look. And let me tell you what was my favorite part. I absolutely love the lip colors that I chose for this look and the products as well. They were so easy to work with. But the other part that I want to mention is the Huda Beauty Not a Nude palette. Of course, if you're talking about the look of the actual palette, the packaging is gorgeous. The color story or the eyeshadows themselves that they chose for this and the way that they placed it is absolutely beautiful. And this has been one of the rare palettes that I've had to actually get myself to purchase, because in a rare occasion that I get extremely excited for a palette, this has been one of them. And they know exactly how to get people like me. Like I don't get a whole lot of excitement over eyeshadow palettes because I feel like whatever I have, it's already good and I can make it work for whatever looks that I want. But this one, of course, we have colors like Slippery, Passion, Hard, Flower Power, Provocative. We have these colors that are intriguing for good reason. Like I've never seen almost like a marble effect to these colors. So this is what Passion looks like when you swatch it. This one is Hard, Flower Power, and Provocative. So as you can see, I mean, these are very different. And Slippery really is like, it's got a flat surface and it gives off this gloss. It's like an eye gloss, but you can also use it for the top of your cheeks. You can use it on your lips. But you have to be in the mood to have like a glossy lid. But it's not really practical. It's not something that I think that most people will want to try. So if you're getting it because you're intrigued, well, I'm telling you, it's really just like a clear eye gloss. I would rate this overall about an 8 out of 10. It has high marks for beautiful packaging, good matte shadows, good shimmer shadows. Would I say that you absolutely have to have it? I don't think so. It's a beautiful palette, but it's definitely more on the berry side. It's got that color palette. You're not really getting a whole lot of options in terms of like your blending shades, etc. Now, I would see anybody from a lighter complexion to a deeper complexion being able to use this palette if you're looking for those tones, rosier tones, berries, burgundy, reds, and shimmers. But just in general, as someone that maybe is looking for essential palettes, yes, if you're looking for something with the rosier undertones, but no, if you're looking for like just a very versatile palette, this would not be it for you. However, like I am saying, it's absolutely gorgeous formulation. I really am happy with this palette for sure. And I will be using it for future videos as well. I have a feeling that I will be doing a couple more looks with this palette. Guys, if I'm able to transform like this and I feel so confident and I feel very glammed, I'm showing you everything. I had so much fun doing it because it's been a while since I've worn a full face of makeup this way. Before we move on, I want to shout out real quickly our comment winner for this video, Doris Martinez, who says, "Okay, I need more videos. You made me binge all 3." Well, thank you, Doris. I have noted that, and of course more videos are coming your way. And if you want to be featured as our comment winner for next week's video, be sure to leave me some comments below and I will choose one at random. Thank you so much for watching. And until I see you on my next video, stay kind, stay positive, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.